the ongoing back and forth among King Mitchi, Seyi Tinubu, and VDM. Now, this has kept Nigerians glued to social media, sparking debates about celebrity responsibility, misinformation, and the legal implications of online feuds. Over the past few weeks, or few days, if I must say, the saga took several dramatic turns, from heated exchanges between the personalities, widespread rumors about King Mitchi's alleged debt shared online by her management team, and later, retraction of the news, confirming she's okay. Major outlets reported on the clashes and the dangerous trend that sparked on social media. Now, many users are discussing how celebrity feuds can escalate into misinformation and public harm. Amid all the noise, the entertainment controversies today are not just gossip. They have real-life consequences for, reputations and stuff. Now, legal standings are also going to be discussed here today, and the way fans and public consumption of information. Now, to help us unpack all this conversation and what it really means, especially from a legal perspective, we have with us Olu-Ayeni. He's an intellectual property and entertainment lawyer. Olumide, how you doing? Welcome.
Take three, welcome.
Welcome, Olumide.
Now,
nice to join you guys back again.
It's good to have you back, Olumide. It's good to have you back. And I'm sure you were following everything that happened on social media this weekend, the whole unexpected back and forth. But this, as regards King Mitchi, VDM, Seyi Tinubu, 100 million money here and there and things like that. Fake death and all that. So when influencers share unverified information, like false death rumors, at what point does that move from online drama to defamation or punishable offense under the Nigerian law?
All right. Thank you very much for that one. Strictly speaking, according to the laws of Nigeria, specifically the criminal code and criminal laws of Nigeria, first of all, an attempted suicide is a crime under the criminal code, right? Section 327 criminalizes that and is punishable by 1 year imprisonment. So it is not just mere attempted suicide is not mere content or online shenanigans. It is a crime under the law. It's a very serious issue that the law doesn't take lightly in any case, right? Attempted suicide under the law, it is punishable by 1 year imprisonment. That's under the criminal code of Nigeria. And even the Lagos State laws, criminal law of Nigeria, criminal laws of Lagos State also punishes such an offense, right? Attempting to take your life, it is a punishable offense in Lagos State, and you will not just necessarily go to prison, but you'll be given strict medical attention because it seems as though, first of all, you have mental problems, and then you can be dead, particularly in the hospital. So when you are publishing things like this, or when we should be careful when we're trying to put things out on social media for content, because not just the mere fact that you're publishing that in media space like that, it is also a punishable offense if you are putting out false information, right, that disturbs public peace. It's punishable under the Criminal Code of Nigeria, Section 59. It's punishable by 3 years imprisonment. So this, we need to, if we're going deep into this issue, we would identify the key characters of and the roles they played and punishable offenses, under the criminal law. It is not just, it's beyond social media content. It's beyond wanting to get back at each other or just trying to want to create content and create buzz. These are serious issues that the law doesn't take lightly in any case. Attempting to take your own life is a very serious matter under the Nigerian laws.
Olumide, before we even talk about punishment, because I think that's a part that I'm particularly interested in, so people know that these are punishable offenses. But I want to ask, many influencers operate like they do these things without formal legal guidance. Is it that they don't know how risky it is, or they're just unaware, or how can they exactly even do better?
So I think that one of the major problems, or what they can do basically is the way the society has turned social media. We consume a lot of social media as a people, right? And content on social media. And so we've platform setting people that do not necessarily even understand what it means to hold such influence online in any case, right? So I think we need to hold ourselves more accountable for our actions on social media, more accountable for things that we put out there. You don't expect that for certain reasons, because you have the followers, the audience, right? And then you just do things for doing sake, right? Or in any case, act as though there are no consequences for your action. In any case, I mean, we expect that as either influencers or content creators or whatever that you are, it is very important that you are careful as your conduct in public or on social media, basically. So they can do better by holding themselves accountable, understanding the influence that they hold, and understanding that they have a platform to impact even younger generations. And so we are in a society where a lot of young people consume social media and consume what things are online, and so they are seeing these things and think that is the norm, right? As against what is exactly right to do, basically.
Okay, so Olumide, do you think that deleting a controversial post, does it protect someone from liability, or can screenshots and digital footprints still be used as legal evidence in court?
Yes, thank you very much. So yes, screenshots, digital footprints, ever screenshots of chats, conversations, or posts are very attainable in court as evidences, right? I mean, the Evidence Act accepts computer-generated evidences as much as they are generated as the original version of them, right? You can tender this in court and it'll be acceptable as evidence. Our laws are very up to date as to generating evidences from devices or any form of computer-generated evidence. So yes, they are very valid forms of evidence in court, and they are attainable, and the court would lay weight as to these evidences when trying to during trial or trying to determine whatever case in issue at point in time.
Okay, Olumide, stay with us, right? We need to watch a video. After this video, we'll be back.
Depression is real. Now for me, I tell say depression dey real. If they tell me say I go depressed for my life, I no go believe. This morning I just woke up. I saw a post. The boy said he has been shooting for me since 2024. That once I give people money, I take it back. And he was angry. And then I sacked him. Me. I give person money, I take him back. Me. That one not reach. He said, I don't know who I be. So I be bad person. Yesterday, after I drink that apple, when I think a joke. Yesterday, as I go press me hotel, I take a man to buy me sniper. I enter toilet, lock the door. Joy go call management. I don't know who said I should go call management. All of them, more than 12 people break the door open. I said they should leave it. They break the door open. It is my sister that shoots for me. She's 16 years old. She has gone to school in Ekpe, Lasso, Ekpe. So now this is the person that should come now, that shoots for me now. Abi?
Yes.
When you were working with me in 2024, who did shoot my video?
Triumph, your sister.
My sister never shoot my video. Because we stay in the same house. I will just wake up for morning. Every single day I wake up to go and help people. Sometimes once rain dey fall, I will tell my sister, say, rain go down, enter some people's house, so we will go help them. Oh. See, she no start to support me. Both spiritual attack or physical attack, I dey receive everything. The God when they save me for 9 say I always play worship song. Because if I don't play worship song, I always get nightmare. Recently, if you check my post, I said that I'll be getting spiritual attacks. I'm not lying. But they don't know that the reason he's supporting me, the reason he keeps doing that is because somebody over there happy say Mitchy is dead, thank God. I'm not wicked though. I don't know. I told you I'll be having spiritual attack for some time now. People think I'm joking. I'm not gonna know one thing. As I die, it not gonna reach 2 months. My mama gonna die too. It not gonna reach 2 months. Now only me, that woman gets. Only me that she born. She tried. Now only me she born. That's why I try to bring people close to me.
Okay.
That's shocking.
Okay. Olumide, I believe you're still with us here, and you saw that video. This was one of the persons involved in the online situation that happened over the weekend. She was the one who her management came out to say she had passed, and they said, oh, it was a mistake. She hadn't passed, and the conversation was confusing at a point. But now she's come out to make this video speaking about mental health and spiritual attack and things like that. She has also deleted some or told people to delete some of the videos that were circulating about her death. So in the case like this, what do you think can be a legal implication or a situation with her with regards to this case now? She's come out to say there's a bit of mental issue or mental attack, yes, emotional instability. What do you think about this?
Olu-Ayeni, are you here?
Olu-Ayeni,
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got that. So
right.
Basically, first off, for a situation like this, we need to he just points to certain things. She cannot make a representation and then go back on it, right? If in a situation whereby you're claiming mental illness or depression, as the case may be, it's a very serious matter in any case, and also be not taken lightly in any case, right? She would have to prove that in any case, in a case where there's a legal action against her for her actions as to attempted suicide, right? What she would now have to do, if that's a form of defense from her, she has to prove that. That's the exception where you as a defendant in a criminal matter would be able to show evidence in any case as to your defense, saying, oh yes, I'm indeed mentally ill in any case, and then you support that by doctor's prescription, doctor's evidence from a reputable hospital, general hospital for that matter, and then to show that yes, in any case you actually have mental illness. Nothing about spiritual attack can hold in the courts. I'll say that.
So in the court, we don't judge spiritual matters. Is that what you're saying, Olu-Ayeni? In the court, we don't judge spiritual matters. We focus on the physical and facts. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, basically, you need to be able to prove that logically, and in what case would you show that you were spiritually attacked, and what are the evidences? In court we seek to basically facts and figures.
Okay. While he said that the courts cannot judge spiritual matters, it made me remember the lawyer who came out recently to say, if you want to attack my clients, please attack my clients. Focus on them. Don't attack me. I'm the lawyer. I'm just a lawyer. Please leave me alone. But Olu-Ayeni, are influencers legally held to a higher standard because of their reach and maybe influence? Or are they treated the same as regular citizens under the law? Because it seems to be a bit different here in Nigeria. Let's look at Pella's case of the road mishap, for example.
Right. So, if I got you correctly, you meant that you're asking if influencers are treated as regular civilians in Nigeria under the law.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So there's no, in any case, they are citizens. In any case, the nature of their job or the nature of what they do does not take away. Nobody is above the law. Basically, that's what I was just saying. Nobody is above the law. That they are influencers, that they are content creators, that they are streamers does not alienate them from being treated as regular persons under the law. Yeah. If they filed under the law, yes, they will be punished. And the state thinks that yes, this is a case that they need to pursue against them. Of course, they would, right? So there's nobody's above the law in any case, regardless of the nature of your job or whether or not you're influencers. It is a decision that you choose to make, and you need to understand the weight that it carries in order to pursue such career in any case. So it is not. The case that you're an influencer or a content creator does not separate you from being treated as a regular citizen like you and I.
Olu-Ayeni, that is good to hear, but again, like Kate gave an example, it would seem that if you're popular, you're an actress, you're famous, that, you have escaped certain things. Someone did act a bit unprofessional at the airport and was then giving, an office.
Ambassadorial office.
Someone maybe would be involved in drugs or allegedly, and then would now become an ambassador to such things. So, we've seen this happen. But we're going to take a few reactions. So you're still part of the show, Olu-Ayeni. But of course, if you want to drop your message, you can do that on WhatsApp as well and YouTube Live. But should we actually, because I'm a bit, this is funny to me.
Yeah. Let's see if we can read a few reactions.
Let's take a few reactions.
Let's take a few reactions to this as well.
This one by Paul Assad says, this is a complete meltdown being broadcasted for the entire world to see because a school renovation project turned into a social media war. King Mitchi is back on camera talking about her mother and her only child status because she knows that it's the fastest way to pull a heartstring of the public after her death announcement was debunked by the hospital. Okay. Dolphins_TM says, is that why you keep deceiving people? Using taxpayers' money to fund your lifestyle? Don't bring emotional blackmail into real-life issues. No be people, mama, you they cry. No be people, mama, you they carry camera for their face, they enrich your pocket. Wow. And Alan_065 says, this is deeper than entertainment. This is a cry for help. King Mitchi, if you're reading this, please reach out to someone you trust or call a suicide helpline right now. Your life matters and your mother needs you here. Sensitive. Some people are sensitive, some people are not about it. Think Paul. Stephen, let's just call him Stephen.
Yeah.
Stephen says the problem is that these days, online validation and clout has taken over a lot of these people. It be like Pringles. Once you pop up, you can't stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Audrey Mama says, money is important, but having loved ones that care for you is an underrated blessing. It's very obvious this lady doesn't have or don't have people that actually care in her circle, because why does she still have access to her phone? What are her friends and family doing?
Big question.
Is this another one?
Yeah.
All she needs to do is put the phone down, stay off social media and watch a good show on Netflix and have physical conversations with people that really care about her. She'll be okay after that.
Okay.
I mean, we don't want to water down the importance of actually seeking help when there's a
Yes.
mental health issue.
Yes.
But it's also a bit crazy that you're coming back on social to give this information, you know?
Especially after the stunt she pulled, right? On live video. Come on, I can't.
So I would also like to, I mean, if you let me, I also like to point you to some of the things that was done in that act, especially for the video.
Okay, go ahead quickly.
That is wrong in any case, right? I mean, if you watch the video clip closely, you'll see that there was somebody that watched her take the substance, right? And then while she was taking it, they now went to try to collect it from her. In any case, at the point she was already, I mean, you knew she wanted to do that. You watched her do that, and then you decided to now stop to take it away from her. But in any case, under the law, right, if you support or aid somebody to take his or her life, right, it's punishable by life imprisonment in any case under the Criminal Code of Nigeria.
Sorry.
Punishable by life.
Olumide, just to be clear, so anybody who aids someone who's trying to commit suicide, for you to aid, you will be punished a life in prison.
Isn't that more a punishment than the actual?
Than the person who tried to commit suicide?
Life imprisonment, yes. If you support, aid, or, I mean, allow somebody to take his or her life, yes, it's punishable by life imprisonment. Section 326 of the Criminal Code of Nigeria. Yes.
Interesting.
Exactly.
What about
it's pretty much so? You see that?
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I was going to ask that what about the person who also attempted it? What's the punishment for that person? I mean, I didn't succeed.
Okay, like I rightly stated earlier, for anybody who attempts to take his or her life, it's punishable is a misdemeanor under the Nigerian law. Section 327 of the Criminal Code is punishable by 1 year imprisonment under the Criminal Code of Nigeria. Right? It's a misdemeanor. It's an attempted suicide. Right.
Interesting. So if you attempt to commit suicide and you were not successful, you will go 1 year. And those who helped you would get life in prison for helping you. Interesting.
It is interesting because it feels like now there's a responsibility for anyone to not just care for their neighbor, but to watch out and prevent anyone from because why would the punishment be more for the person who decides to aid, you know, which is interesting. I'm going to be honest.
It is.
Interesting stuff.
Yes, because we owe each other that responsibility. It is a duty for you to not. I mean, you're watching that person trying to take their life. I mean, it is a life, so you owe that person responsibility to not allow that person to do that. Also, one other thing there is that the management that put out that statement, I mean, that's a false news, right? And you thought to do that. It's also punishable by 3 years imprisonment, right? Under Section 59 of the Criminal Code, that you put out or you publish false news in order to disturb public peace, right? Or to mislead the public in order to disturb public peace and other, right? It is punishable under the law, right? So such news publicated to avert the public against, to put them in disarray or start panic, to put them in panic as to actions about our whereabouts or the state of our health or whether or not she's alive. They declare that dead in any case. And you understand the social media frenzy that was on about her being there, taking a substance and whatnot. And that news now coming out to be false in any case. That is a crime, right? So we need to understand the actions that some of these persons took in the whole of this in the whole debacle and the consequences of their action in any case, basically.
Okay. While you're talking about responsibilities, Olumide, what responsibilities does the social media platforms themselves have when harmful trends like this or false reports like this or dangerous narratives begin to spread?
So, yes, social media platforms also have a responsibility to actually take down certain posts. I mean, you find out that there are news of people even going on Facebook Live to commit suicide and whatnot. I mean, under some of their regulations are put in place that they shouldn't, such posts should be taken down. And I think that even now the social media platforms are also being very careful, right? I think TikTok has strict rules as to posts like that, right? Because you cannot just want to, as in a case where it is that your action online on the platform is to cause harm to yourself or anybody, right? Such pages would be taken down, and then it will be cut off from whatever medium in which you are trying to transmit that in any case.
Okay, so Olumide, just before you go, for quick clarification, because after this whole situation happened, a couple of people went online on a spree of, taking the substance, making videos, making a mockery of the situation, and just putting out things in that light. Do you think, is there any implication or would they face any kind of legal implication for doing what they did? Because some would just say, yeah, they were following the trend. They started making videos of them dying and resurrecting. We saw that VDM also did that as well. So, yeah.
Okay, so generally speaking, either one of them could prove whether or not that they were probably, it's a parody or a satire of an action, right? If they can't do that, yes. But yes, you can hold them responsible for actions that they are taking in suit of what has initially happened, right? You cannot say that somebody has laid the precedence and they decide to follow in the line of that, and then you will not be held responsible. Yes, the law holds you responsible for certain actions where you are trying to also harm yourself, right? But generally, what we've seen so far has just been more like a satire or parody of exactly the entire situation, right? In a way where they are basically highlighting the fury of these persons in any case, right? So it is more comical than the law. You can establish that these things are more comical than in any case the actual situation of what's going on, as against the initial culprits in this situation, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be clear.
I wish Nigerians knew that there's a better way to go about things rather than joking about it, Because if this is this serious and there are consequences, of course, legally, then why joke about it? We're going to take one more reaction. This one from WhatsApp here says, good evening. It's sad how content creators are becoming insensitive. The other day, it was Pella that bashed his car. Then Pella and Kataife destroyed cars. Yeah. Now it's Mitchy and VDM doing suicide competition. This thing has to stop. Emeka from Kano. Emeka, thank you for that message. And I agree.
Yeah.
Insensitive.
Totally. Olumide, thank you for chatting with us and helping us to break down this conversation for people as well to understand the implications of your content shenanigans. Okay, they've said it to you that we aid. We collect life imprisonment. You that try and fail, 1 year, plus extra 3 years for misleading and causing unrest in the society. 4 years. Okay.
The excitement to hear about the punishment. Wow.
No problem. I think that's fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Olumide, for joining us.